Nation, let's get into it. A few things that I would like for you to bookmark in the back of your mind, Leos. This reading is general, which means that not everything mentioned in the reading may be a fact to your particular story. You would like a reading based on your own personal energy, and of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicascentrastarot.com. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. Understand that some of you, I may not be speaking to you at all. This may not be your message. So always have the discernment and the discretion to kind of figure that out kind of early. We're always going to go over delicate topics. Leo, take that as a trigger warning and let's get into it. Let's see what might be playing out for you over the next 7 days. Leo Nation. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Pisces or an Aries. Looks like some of you might be traveling. You could possibly be moving, or maybe you have recently moved. Looks like you definitely have a gift for something. Random side note. I know this is odd for me to say this, but Leo, some of you, maybe you might be starting your period. Maybe you are this week or your partner is. This Capricorn is just lingering in your energy. We're going to see what this is about. Because it looks like you're there. Let's see what this is about, Leos. Seems like we're talking about your love life. I think some of you are in platonic situations, but somebody might be talking to you kind of close, kind of leaning in. You might get a whiff of somebody's breath. Random side note. It also looks like maybe some of you feel like your friends are moving on and getting married, but you're feeling like, okay, well, what about me? Unless some of you are dealing with somebody that did get married and you're a part of the third party situation. It seems like maybe there's something that you're blindsided by this week, Leo, a cross watcher, or that you have been in the past. Some of you might be finding yourself reminiscing over the past. Is there somebody you're missing? I think that there is. Or somebody is just hardcore missing you. Yeah. It seems like maybe love life has dealt you an unfair hand. So maybe you're kind of, you're hurting over something. You're trying to get over something in particular. Maybe it's a relationship that you're trying to move on from. I think somebody wants to say something to you. This is what this looks like to me, Leo. Maybe you did move on. Yes. Somebody feels hurt by the fact that maybe you did. Or maybe it's just a complete mystery to you. Maybe you have no idea, Leo, a cross watcher, how much maybe somebody is hurting over the fact that you have moved on. Both of you might be hurting over a breakup. Maybe this was a bad breakup. Maybe there's some resentment that you're holding on to. Because for some of you, somebody went on and got married to somebody else. And you're hurting over this. Somebody leave you at the altar. This is a relationship where somebody never proposed and you're hurt over this. This is for sure a third-party situation for some of you. There's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or you could possibly be the Leo, Virgo, or you are dealing with an earth sign. I did mention Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Some of you are in a third-party situation and someone is ending that chapter in their life. They're getting out of a situation that they feel is toxic. It looks like you're getting into it with somebody, or you view somebody as just maybe somebody that you don't want to be around because you view them as argumentative and toxic. It's somebody that is just offending you. You feel offended by something that someone has said in the past. It looks like someone wants to bring peace to a situation and they're holding back. Now, this is a situation where you may have absolutely no clue that this person is feeling this way. Let's get into it, Leo. I heard Gemini because I wanted to call you Gemini so badly. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Gemini. You're breaking some sort of cycle in your life. This could be a cycle of getting into relationships with the wrong people that hurt you. So maybe you're a past, like I said, did I say this before? I'm not sure if I was clear about it. Seems like some of you get into relationships with someone who's not really ready to invest, or they're not really the single person that they claim to be. They put you in third-party situations, that sort of thing, or you feel that relationships don't really work out and get to the end goal, which is, for some of you, marriage, long-term companionship. Maybe some of you are deciding to online date. Because it definitely feels like there's somebody that's curious about you that is online. So it looks like you're trying to find your match. Because maybe love, like I said before, maybe your love life hasn't delivered what you wanted it to. Let's see. Yeah, some of you, this is an earth sign to earth sign relationship. You could possibly be an earth sign sun and maybe Leo somewhere else. And you could also be dealing with an earth sign. There you are, whether you're male, female, or you resonate somewhere in between. That would be your energy, Leo. Some of you might be having mom issues. I see issues with money. Unless this is your gripe with a partner, you feel like somebody that you're dealing with is bad with money. And I see somebody that has their eye on you. Somebody really likes you. Maybe they're not going to say anything, Leo. Maybe they're going to keep kind of quiet about how they feel. Let's look into this. What's going on with the Leo Nation? Might be having some unusual weather around you. Something is making you feel overwhelmed or out of control. Random. Are you doing something with solar? No, you're the sun. You would be the solar powered one, with the sun being your ruling planet. X-ray vision. You need an X-ray? Seems like you can see through somebody. Okay, we're gonna see what the context is, because it looks like we got details on the table. No, we have storylines on the table, no details. Let's pull in the details. Some of you are dealing with Scorpio. I say somebody said something that really irritated you, or this week somebody might be trying to say something that really irritates you. I think this already happened, but like I said, some of you might be in the thick of this week. You're not feeling well. I think it might be time to get a health issue checked out. You're worried about something. You're worried about a major change. You're starting a new chapter, but it seems like you're nervous about starting this new chapter. Okay, let me be clear about what I'm talking about and how this works. This is general, right? So some of this that I'm mentioning may not be happening with you directly. I could be speaking about somebody around you, or you could be the observer of a particular situation. Seems like I mentioned to you before, there's a major change that's happening in your life right now. Whatever this major change is throws you into a new chapter. And it seems like you're having to adapt kind of quickly to this new change. It also feels that it causes you, it triggers you to cling to the past. So maybe for some of you Leos or cross watchers, the past is an issue. Oh, I also want to say this, because I noticed a comment, and somebody was saying your readings have been negative lately. Let me explain that. As me being the reader, I am the narrator of what might be going on in your life. I'm simply the one that's reading what's going on. I am not the cause of the reading becoming negative. So if there's anything in the reading that is negative, this has something to do with someone's state of mind. And I am narrating somebody's story to you, your story or someone around you. So if like I said, the reading is negative, take this as and it's happening in your life, take this as an opportunity to change something that maybe you don't like, that might be perceived as negative in your situation, rather than saying it's the reader that's being negative. That's why I tell you to listen with an open mind. Let's get into it. You are the illuminator. Yes, once again, we talked about solar power. That's you. So it feels like maybe you are feeling quite empowered around this period of time, or this is what your spirit guides are wanting for you. This is the mindset that they're wanting for you to get in. Because right coming into the reading, it feels like whatever has happened in your life lately has caused you to feel disempowered. You feel like you're at a disadvantage, especially financially, this week for whatever reason. This is your spirit guides also saying whatever is hidden in your situation, they're going to illuminate something for you to help you to see something clearly, whether it has something to do with someone's motives, whether it has something to do with something that's going on with self that your spirit guides want you to be aware of so that you can remove this blockage. This could as well be a person that's coming into your life that's playing the role of the illuminator so that you can clearly see, maybe to give you a bird's eye view of your situation, but really and clearly what it feels like your spirit guides are doing is they are saying that maybe you are the illuminator, or the circumstances may illuminate something. You can see straight through, you right through something through something or someone. Whomever this happens to be, they have a big mouth and they're running it. And I did say that maybe somebody is, did I say that? Yes, I feel that if I didn't say it before, I'll make it clear now. No, I did. I talked to you about there being conflict. There could be conflict between you and someone because you feel that somebody is disrespectful when it comes to you, your name, your business, your family. Something that obviously means a lot to you that you're trying to establish. Somebody's mouth is running. And it seems like you care what this person is saying, because I was almost like, Leo, do you really care if some random person is saying something to you? But maybe it's not a random. Maybe it's not. But then again, it could be this week. Noticing a lot of birds around you. The spirit guides are saying it might have something. It just says intimate if you can't see that clearly. This feels like this could be an intimate partner or somebody that is close to you. They're disrespecting you, possibly over the internet. Slandering your name, Leo. Or people might feel that you are doing this. Someone might feel that you are the culprit. Some of you are breaking up. Okay, so if you are in a third-party situation, there's a relationship that's unraveling due to distrust. Somebody being very secretive about money. I think somebody would like to come and talk to you, Leo or Cross-Watcher, but they find this to be a waste of time. There's a mom that's going through something. Maybe this is your mom that kind of misses you or is thinking about you, concerned about you, Leo. Especially as you begin this new chapter. Or for some of you, this is your mom issues, your personal mother issues that are coming, mother or father. Somebody that's in your upbringing, it seems like these issues are brought up. Did you have somebody pass away? Because it looks like something has you in emotional pain. This could be physical pain, though. Block someone. Somebody did pass. So I don't know if this is the anniversary of somebody's passing and you're really taking it hard. Could have been that somebody passed away and they said some very harsh things, and now you're finding out some things that somebody passed away has said, and maybe it's kind of taking effect. But I think some of you, this is acceptance that the past is over and it's time to move forward. It might be hard to embrace a new chapter for someone. For some of you, you in a relationship right now, and it seems like it's just hard to let something go and let it be over, even though you feel you're kind of seeing that this is going absolutely nowhere. There's someone that you're not speaking to, and maybe it's been this way for a minute. It seems like somebody wants to get over the Bolshevik. They want to get over the BS of the situation. They're like, look, is this really keeping us from talking? Can we just work this out and move forward? Some of you, you're having issues with a roommate this week. Some of you could possibly be gaining a roommate, maybe. Yeah, because I definitely see something about a living situation, maybe having to do with an Aries. You're moving into a new place. Some of you could possibly be mixed race, or you might have kids that are. Maybe you're deciding to maybe get a roommate so you can split things down the middle. Maybe it's the cost of things. You're trying to split something down the middle here. Maybe you're cooking. You're ordering pizza. Maybe you're getting, I don't know, half and half when it comes to pizza. Yeah, definitely something is going on with your home life. So I think you're realizing that it's time to move. If you're not literally moving, somebody around you is. Like I said, whatever you don't see about your circumstances, now you're seeing the truth of something. You're taking a break. It seems like you are healing from something that may have happened. Random side note, somebody is pregnant, and maybe they were not planning on becoming pregnant. Maybe not. Do I have that right? I know this picture is kind of vulgar, but like I did say, somebody might be getting their period. Maybe somebody thought there could be a pregnancy scare possibly. Maybe somebody's getting their period and like, oh, like maybe relieved that they're not pregnant. Because it looks like maybe that's something that somebody's worried about pregnancy. Unless this is somebody going through a miscarriage. And that could be the death that we're talking about. As I'm trying to figure out what has you in this state of mind. What happened? DS says Capricorn started a fight and traveled to another country. Apparently he is thinking about relocating to America. Just abandoned his family and definitely think that there is a third party. Hi, Jess. Okay, let's get into it. All right, we're going to talk about it. Uncomfortable topics, yes, for me, the reader, but we're going to talk. The spirit says things are being illuminated. So whatever is covered up is now unveiled in your situation. It has something to do with a child. Seems like somebody's innocence was taken from them as a child, and they're keeping it secret. They're not telling anybody about it. So it seems like family secrets, whatever you suppressed, blocked out, is coming up. And whatever is not being talked about and being kept shut, the mouths are kept shut about something, it comes out, right? The illuminator. Spirit sheds light on something. Somebody is keeping something from you, Leo, or you are keeping something from someone. Now, in this situation, this could be your parental intuition that is telling you, you know what? I think something is up with my child or my niece, my nephew, my grandchild, whomever this happens to be. If somebody is pregnant, no, I already established that. Maybe somebody wasn't planning on becoming pregnant, but now it seems like somebody is not sure if they're going to keep the baby. They said this is either happening now or it's happened already for some of you. You got somebody in a convalescent home, a family that's in a convalescent home, possibly, or you are the caregiver to someone who is elderly. So who we're talking about is a deadbeat. This might be a partner. deadbeat family member, but I think this is, since we're talking about parenthood and not all of you have kids, but you heard me at the beginning of the reading saying take this, the details, the in the reading, listen to the reading with an open mind. So even if you are not the one with kids, you have family members that might have kids, friends that might have kids. Like I said, not every detail that's mentioned in the reading may be going on directly with you, but it might have something to do with somebody else around you. Somebody is hurt over this. So this is what I mean. Even if you don't have kids, you may have been the child that was neglected. You might have been a child that was raised by a single parent or was raised in a group home setting or whatever. Let's see. What's going on with Leo? Yep. Spirit says spotlight on children. So whatever is going on with children, Spirit guides are illuminating that situation. Spirit guides, what needs to be known about this? You blocked someone, Leo. Say somebody is not really expressing their feelings. Maybe they're just not expressive. Yeah, some of you might have teenagers or young adults that might be falling in love. Leo, this could be you. You could possibly be getting out of something where you got the short end of the stick. Maybe you felt like you were going to make it down the aisle and maybe something happened there and now you're meeting somebody new. Maybe you're getting into a good book, Leo, or cross watcher. Definitely this is the week to get grounded. Spirit wants you to root your energy because it seems like maybe this week you feel like you're all over the place, Leo. Seems like it's old habits that have you kind of make it kind of difficult for you to change. Or somebody else, obviously, if it's not you that is making some sort of change, you wish that somebody around you possibly would. It seems like music is your first love. You have a very strong connection with music. Maybe you sing, you dance, you write music, you play an instrument. Maybe your child does, or your niece or nephew does, your godchild does. Somebody is an alcoholic. Somebody could possibly be turning over their keys to a designated driver. I did say some of you are closing a chapter. Maybe you are turning in your keys, maybe to your landlord because you're moving. Just a lot going on. So somebody is running their mouth. You are affected by it. You're blocking somebody. You're hurt by something that was said. You're offended. And now somebody is giving you the silent treatment. Somebody, maybe they haven't. No, I think that somebody has. And I think that you're not sure how this is going to pan out. Like, is this person still part of my destiny? Are we still going to end up together type of thing? Let's see what happens next. I think somebody does want to work it out, Leo or cross watcher. Maybe somebody does want to come talk to you. Maybe something is preventing someone from being able to travel. Leo or cross watcher, maybe there's something going on with your transportation. Maybe your transportation is down right now. Maybe you don't have the money to kind of fix what's going on with your car. So maybe you want to make peace with someone, but maybe they're a distance away. So maybe this could be a long distance relationship. I don't know. Somebody feels like you're going to turn them away. Leo or cross watcher. So someone's trying to make a decision, a firm decision about what they think that they ought to do about this. For some of you, the firm decision or the conclusion, because some of you are waiting for someone to make a decision about something, especially if we're talking about a legal decision. Some of you, the decision that somebody is making is to terminate a contract or a marriage. Someone's making a decision whether or not to terminate a pregnancy. I don't think somebody thinks that they can come to you. So your guides say trust your instincts. Just as natural gravity draws, you can trust your instincts to lead you to your goal. Just follow your own flow. Your instincts are going to lead you to something that you need to see this week. Your instincts are the illuminator in your situation. Some of you, you're filing some paperwork, legal paperwork. This could be, is this an eviction? Leo, wow. It seems like you got a lot to say this week. A lot that's on your mind. Yeah, awaken your vulnerability. So if there is a conversation, I don't think that there's a conversation because on the other side it says release fear. I think somebody is afraid. I don't know why. It could be because of their own thinking. It could be because they're afraid that you're not going to be vulnerable or open or truthful about something. Especially, this seems like the main theme or the main topic of what's going on and why you're feeling hurt is because of something that someone said. So since we're talking about that, I already see something else that's possibly playing out in your situation. This feels like it's in the work setting. And this feels like this is somebody that might have there's somebody at work that might have a big mouth. If somebody wants you to call them out, Leo. They're doing the most. Somebody's doing the most. Didn't I say Capricorn? We got similar cards to what played out in Capricorn. I'm going to reshuffle. Somebody at work, Leo, work or school, whatever setting, since we're talking about children. Since we're talking about children and somebody being tight-lipped and closed off about what's going on, it's a child's performance in school. There's a child that might really be struggling in school. Might not have a stable home life. It's a kid that's really going through it. And it might be reflecting in their grades. Maybe their grades are just dropping out of nowhere. You might be noticing that, like I said, a kid's grades have dropped. And there might be an issue with attendance in school and this sort of thing. Something in a kid or something with children being the topic, something is not being told. At work, you got to be dealing with the Capricorn. You got snakes all around you. In fact, I think it's now started to affect you. Your work environment is swarming with snakes. I think, and there's an Aries in particular that's looking at you that's also a snake. Like I said, it may not be your situation. It could be a situation with a child. So let's put this in the context of children. Somebody has a flower name, possibly. But in the context of children, your spirit guides say trust your instincts when it comes to what's going on with kids. Because it seems like if it's not something that's going on with you, maybe this is you, the observer of children. No, I think somebody is weird when it comes to kids, inappropriate when it comes to kids. But actually, I think maybe you might be looking at it. You might be the observer of something that's going on with kids. Your instinct is telling you that maybe someone that they're spending time with might be this earth sign, King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Maybe somebody that they're spending time with or that they're talking to is not trustworthy, or that they're not a reliable source of information. There's a kid that's going to get advice from someone. Maybe their friends, maybe their peers. Because it looks like maybe this is, separation. So maybe there's a father that's not involved in the picture. I'll just put it out there for you. There's a kid that's very curious about sex, and they're going to talk to their peers about it. Or they're coming to talk to an occasional parent, a parent that might be occasionally around, and they might not be getting sound advice. And there could be a kid as a result of some mediocre, half-told advice that could cause them to get into some foolishness, because this card does say foolishness if it's not clear. This could be somebody that may have said something to you, Leo, a cross-watcher. Somebody feels like they put their foot in their mouth because of something that they said. Now it feels like somebody wants to take the situation back and they're definitely thinking about it. I promise you, this says parenthood. This is a parent that's thinking about what's going on with their kid this week. I don't know. Might be a good idea to check in with what's going on with a kid because Spirit says they're illuminating something for you. Something that they want you to see or become aware of that's hidden from you. Especially if we're talking about a child. Doesn't have to be that they're a little child or an elementary schooler. They could be a high schooler, a young adult, or this could be you, the adult child. Your triggers could definitely be on high alert this week. We were talking about work. We were talking about work. Okay, that might be where this is happening. But like I said, do you really care that much? I guess you do. You might. You might. There might be some information that gets back to you that's really effed up. Distractions. I think that's what this is. I think that's what someone is coming to cause. This might end up being just a pure distraction, worrying too much about what other people think. Because it seems like somebody is intentionally trying to get under your skin. Bullseye, focus. This says somebody's trying to make you the target. Maybe you could possibly be shopping at Target, but it seems like somebody is just very focused on you. Bullseye, possibly dealing with a Taurus. If you have Taurus in your chart, this is you. You're living your life in the rearview mirror, looking back. That's what I mean. That's what this looks like. You're cutting ties with the past and you're moving forward. So this is possibly the case with work too. Maybe you're possibly thinking about cutting ties with work. There is something going on with a key. Because it just comes up too many times to be, I don't believe in coincidences anyway. Maybe somebody's name is Kiki. Let's see, what's going on at work for Leos? I did mention you have an Aries. And I do feel like somebody at work feels threatened by you. At work, online, a third party situation, somebody feels threatened by somebody. Leo, this could be you feeling this way. I honestly think this is at work. Because it seems like somebody is just, like I mentioned to you, hyper focused on you. The spotlight is on you. Let's see if this is in a good way or not. I think some of this is good and some of it isn't. Yes, some of you are facing what I feel is an ending. Leo, this could be where you're working on a project. It comes to an end. Some of you, it seems like there's a termination of employment. Maybe that's what has you, because, okay, that would be what's affecting your money. That might be what's having you feeling like you're not yourself. There's a job ending, yes? Maybe you're not sure what to do next. You got a Virgo that's in your energy, or a Virgo that could possibly be very helpful with what it is that you're starting or figuring out. And I think some of you Leos are looking for a better job. So there's definitely a job search. You're looking for something better. There could be a situation where you could possibly be burning bridges with somebody at work. So definitely see a separation here. I think there's a lot of ideas that you might be getting this week that might be unfolding for you, especially if some of you are business owners. Might be implementing these ideas, and this is possibly what brings your money situation upward, because I feel like you have some upward momentum when it comes to work. I think some of you, this key situation I mentioned to you earlier is due to the fact that you're moving to a new location. You could possibly even be traveling for work, but I think that this is like you could be spending time someplace temporary, like maybe you're stopping at a hotel or whatever, especially if you're traveling. Maybe to go see someone, but I think some of you might travel for work. You got some new opportunities that are opening up for you, something new that I feel that you're investing in. But in the meantime, I think you're concerned about your money situation. Some of you, this is hypothetical. You haven't left a job. You're just wondering, okay, how much longer am I going to be able to take this and keep up this pace before I quit? Because it seems like the snake situation is getting out of control. And I promise you somebody has a flower name. But that really does look like an eyeball. And I was telling you that somebody is watching you, hyper focused on you. Maybe they don't want you to know that it's them. Because you got some negativity kind of hovering over your situation, Leo. Well, the negativity, as I mentioned to you, is the person that feels threatened by you. This is somebody possibly giving you the evil eye. Oh, okay. What spirit is coming to show you or tell you about the situation, what's being illuminated is receipts. So maybe you don't have tangible proof of what's going on. Spirit guides say they're showing you some receipts. They're giving you proof of something. Or this is you possibly with this x-ray vision situation. There might be something that you see or come across or something that your gut instinct told you. And now the illuminator in the situation is you see proof of whatever you needed to see. And it seems like something causes you to take caution before you move forward. Something causes you to slow down. Singles, I think this might have something to do with you. So let's talk to you for a second, single Leo Nation. That is so interesting. There's so many readings that I saw bees in. Maybe you might be seeing bees. Maybe somebody's name is Honey, or this is somebody's hair color, honey blonde. Maybe somebody's hair is like, I'm not trying to say like somebody has yellow hair, yellowish hair, yellow tint, this sort of thing. Because it seems like, Leo, that is your color. Orange is also Sagittarius. Some of you could be dealing with a Sag. Maybe that's the person that's talking, running their mouth. Had a dental issue, okay, I just saw something. A dental situation, maybe you're getting dental surgery. You could possibly be getting your teeth cleaned, Leo. Getting your hair done. Some of you have pets. You have a cat. The F word. Okay, didn't I say I was talking to singles? Somebody is obviously interested in you. Somebody has their eye on you. It's possibly this King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. There's obviously a physical attraction, and that's what somebody is looking for in the situation. Maybe that's not something that you knew, and maybe this is the illuminator in your situation. You might be meeting somebody. Well, Spirit says this person is not a bachelor. They're not single. So that might be something. Okay. I guess I'm telling you the end from the beginning. It's not everybody's story. Hear me clearly. Right? Because I mentioned to you, some of you Leos, you're going on to meet somebody great. But this ain't that. This situation, it feels like somebody is not single. And somebody could possibly be putting you in a third-party situation. That's somebody's intention, is to kind of rush things along. I'll say this. If somebody moved on and somebody is kind of posting a lot online, making their situation look perfect and such, it just seems like somebody is like covering up. Yeah, because it looks like somebody's overcompensating. They're wanting to make their relationship look like they have no problems and sunshines and lollipops and rainbows over here. That sort of situation. But still, like in the background, if you were to really kind of peel open and move the veil behind, like, and take a peek, you would see that there's a lot of disrespect and a lot of cursing, cussing somebody out kind of situations that are happening. Somebody is very disrespectful with their words, Leo or cross watcher. Especially, like I said, somebody is posting and making their relationship look perfect, but it's really broken. There's really some things that are kind of messed up in the situation. Now, what I could be describing is somebody's past relationship. Somebody, and they may not fully be out of that situation, Leo or cross watcher. It seems like somebody has an overlapping situation. They're seeing you, but they're also still maybe connected to somebody else, or this is them talking about their ex, right? So maybe you might their ex, your ex might be brought up in conversation, and maybe that's them saying a lot of negative things about their ex. I think the situation is that somebody doesn't want to get into something too deep with you. So this seems like this is a surface level type of situation. Somebody's keeping things casual with you, some of you Leos, because somebody is still in love with their ex. But the issue is somebody moved on with their ex. The moved on with somebody else is what I'm trying to say. I'm correcting myself. Maybe they did move on with their ex. Maybe I'm not there. There's no need for the correction, because we started off with the reading saying leaving you hurt me too. So somebody is still hurt over the fact that maybe they don't see their ex anymore. There's been a breakup. So like I said, this is like a no strings attached type of situation that they're trying to get in with you. You may not see this if this happens to be your story, but you might begin to see something, right? It seems like you can see through somebody, because you've been through it before. So something might start to look like deja vu. It might start to look pretty familiar to you. And Leos, some of you realize that you come to realize this isn't going to go anywhere. It's not. For others of you, this is an ex coming back. They still haven't made an exit from their previous situation. As I mentioned to you, there's an overlapping situation. They're still with somebody, but they're trying to get physical with you, putting you in a third party. I think you can see through this personally, especially if this is somebody you used to date. Yep, I hope you're happy. I think somebody is seeing something that somebody posted or this type of thing. And maybe somebody is genuinely happy. I don't think so. See, somebody might be pretending that they don't care about their ex, and their ex could be you. Especially if they said some things about you, to your face. Somebody feels like they put their foot in their mouth and they're having a lot of regrets. For some of you, it seems like the illuminator in the situation, like I said, is receipts. Somebody involved in a third party situation, whether it's somebody that they're coupled with or they're still exiting a situation from, but they still have the conveniences of that relationship, if you get what I mean. They still might be fooling around with them, but somebody's not committed. So behind somebody's back, they're making it appear as though they're single, but they're really not. You're coming across some sort of receipt. It feels like it's a person that is the illuminator in your situation, or it's just circumstantial. But these would be things that maybe as you kind of listen to them, you have conversations with them, things don't add up. Your instinct is up, especially about an ex. Your body language says so much. I think for some of you Leos or cross watchers, you have someone from your past that wants to approach you. But it's your body language. I don't know how they'd be studying your body language. Unless, as I mentioned, something is going on online. Since we're talking about this online thing, let's go into detail about it, because I see something playing out online. It looks like whomever is you're dealing with, somebody is, or whatever is going on, people are like tuning in to watch. Now, I will say this, if you're dating somebody at work, this might attract a lot of attention. Yeah. These people at work talking mess about you. I don't really want to go into that. Yeah, something causes someone to feel insecure. If you are online, it definitely, these feel like these are trolls, because I did say somebody is talking, like somebody is trying to make you feel insecure. about it. This is gossip. You could be the one starting the gossip. Somebody might feel like you are, Leo, or this is gossip about you. I'm trying to say the rumor mill is definitely active. There's some information that gets back to you. I think I see it now. That whole thing about there being snakes in the grass. That might be what you see. That's what Spirit is illuminating to you, who is trustworthy and who is not. Your body language does say a lot. Your body language says, don't come near me, don't talk to me. Because I think information you are finding out about who's real, who's genuine, who isn't. You feel stabbed in the back. So your body language, again, due to gossip and due to some things that were said or done behind you, but that's why this says this. Let me go back. I see it now. I saw it during the shuffle. Somebody tells you that they got your back, right? And somebody stabs you in it. This might be a situation where time will tell. Time might be the illuminator of some truths. Social media, for some of you, might be that receipt, that place where you locate a receipt, or it is word of mouth. Somebody lied. You detected the lie and it was right. Some of you, it's not somebody lying to you, it's somebody lying to somebody else that you care about. Because like I said, clearly you're affected by whatever is going on. Or somebody else on the outside of this is invested in the way that something makes somebody feel. It seems like somebody said something, like I said, Leo, they stabbed you in the back and they feel like they put their foot in their mouth. And so this week, or how they're feeling about it, is apologetic. I think that's what somebody wants to say. They want to say that they're sorry. And in some situations, somebody has too much ego to do so. Or they feel like you don't want to be bothered and you don't want to talk to them. Because it looks like you've removed yourself from whatever this is. A friendship, it could be family, definitely maybe a roommate situation. If you're coupled with someone, some of you, you're living as roommates. You're not living as a couple any longer. I mean, that's what this Three of Swords is telling me. So I promise you, somebody is removing themselves from a third party in order to focus on their healing. So I think that is what somebody is really coming to see. And like I said, there's just people that just are tuning in, like this whole thing, like it's like your life is a sitcom to somebody, Leo. You're needing to focus on your healing this week. So I don't think that maybe you're deciding to focus on romantic relationships or whatever. I just think you're taking your time. It could be romantic or platonic. And yeah, maybe you might forgive this person on some level. If this is your situation and somebody said something that was just really effed up, or they cussed you out, said something that was just, we got this card that says B on it. Right? Somebody's calling somebody out of their name. Somebody is really foul-mouthed. Or maybe this is you possibly, I did say conflict, maybe you're getting into it with somebody and you don't care what, you know what I mean? You're just letting them have it. No filter. And you're not talking to this person right now. Somebody wants to tell you a lot. Or this is a child that may want to tell you so many things. What's stopping them? They may want to say something to their father. This deadbeat card came out. And maybe there's a father figure that's not around. And maybe the father figure could possibly be this Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Somebody wants to tell you so many things about what? Maybe somebody acts high and mighty. Maybe that's how somebody sees the other one as maybe uppity. Yes. I think this is a child that might want to tell you so many things. They're just really going through it. Or this is you. Like I said, you're adult. You are the adult in the situation, but your inner child wants to tell you so many things, but you're telling that inner child, you know what, F off. I got stuff to do. Spirit says you can't avoid it. You might have things in your life to tend to, true enough, but Spirit is calling your attention to your healing. The lack of healing is causing blockages in your situation. And what the illuminator could be in your situation is a pattern in relationships. What you're coming to see is that Spirit is definitely saying it's your healing, it's your need for healing, rather than trying to jump into relationships that have now become maybe a bit codependent. I think you get the point. I think at this point, I might be over explaining. So yeah, that's what I see about this situation. What's going on with school when it comes to a kid? What does a child want to tell you about? Something that caused someone to feel like they need to go to counseling. Maybe you are kind of tired of cleaning up after people. Leo, a cross watcher. Maybe this is somebody did. They left a mess, especially this deadbeat father situation. Maybe you wish that somebody would come and clean up the mess. Maybe you're just tired of being the constant rescuer, someone that has to come to the aid. Not that you're complaining about coming to the aid of a child, but you wish that maybe you had, that it wasn't a one-person job. Because it takes two to make a baby. So you're like, well, can you come clean up your mess? You know what I mean? This could be you as the other parent in the situation. And maybe you got a word or two that you want to say to your child's other parent. Maybe some of you that you're breaking up and you're becoming single parents this week. And I think that there is somebody that you wish would stop. Somebody is being bullied, quartered, or somebody is, quite frankly, a predator. Okay, spirit guides, what are we looking at this week? Do you see what I mean? Let me roll it back. So at the top of the reading, if you weren't here for the beginning of the reading, Leo, I was saying that there's some comments that are like, oh, your readings have been particularly negative lately. And I was explaining that I am the narrator of your story. If it's not yours, as I mentioned several times at this point, it could be the story of someone around you. Now, if somebody is in this state of mind, it is going to come out in the reading. And right at the top of the deck, inner child. We talked about that. Your inner child is going through it. Your inner child needs attention, and this could be you telling your inner child, stop, I don't have time for you. Somebody feels neglected. You could be neglecting yourself. What's going on for Leo? Yes, your spirit guides are coming in to liberate you from something. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anyone that they're you. The doubts and fears still come up. That's what you're dealing with this week, or if it's not yours, it's somebody. Hello, Stella C. Oh, I didn't give you the channel messages. I'm going to go back and give you the channel messages. That's the lesson. Self-worth. Spirit guides say, know your worth. Leo. Especially if you're being mistreated, mishandled in some sort of way. Yes, this is you all day, Leo. What does this say? Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. This is you talking to your spirit guide. Give me the courage and power to do what must be done. You're leaving something behind in your life. What you're leaving behind feels like it's going to vary from person to person. Not everyone's situation is identical. For some of you, it's a person. Some of you, it's a location. It's a relationship, a contract. And so maybe you're contractually bound, right, by a living situation. Maybe somebody wants to move, they want to move on, this type of thing. You guys are telling yourself to trust yourself to make the decisions that you need to make. It seems like maybe you are detaching from other people. Your body language says so much. I honestly feel like this is a kid or this is a parent. There might be a child that is viewing a parent as particularly detached or kind of caught up in their own lives and they don't have time to listen. It could be a perception or it could be factual because it looks like, you know what I mean? Perception, factual, it just depends. Let's go on to talk about something else here because it definitely feels like you got some success coming in when it comes to work or something that you are working on. I think this is you giving less of a about what other people have to say about you. And I think that you're striving here. I think that there's something that you are working for, Leo. So I think you might be backing off from other people, especially at work or possibly in your social work. Social work. I was trying to say social circles, but that's interesting. Maybe you work in social work. Perhaps there could be a social worker in your situation. I think it's in your love life. Yep, that's the lesson. Somebody is dealing with the loss of you. You're dealing with someone's passing, possibly, but I think somebody feels like they've lost you, Leo or Crosswatcher, as a friend, as a confidant, a partner. I don't know whose story this is or who needed to hear it today. I don't know. But let me say one more thing. What are you breaking away from? What is ending in your life? Wow. Spirit says what's ending is your criticism. Your criticism, or like I said, this is a parent that is just maybe hypercritical of a kid. But this is you, very critical of yourself. Your guides say this week, listen to your intuition. Your gut instinct is telling you something about yourself, your own situation, or a child. Something's trying to grab your attention. Maybe some of you are going to driving school. Yield. Spirit wants you to take caution. They want you to go slower. They want you to be aware of your surroundings or possibly who is in the, again, social circle of a child. Children feel particularly prevalent in your reading this week. Spirit guides, is there anything that you would like for Leo to know this week? Or what does Leo need to release as soon as I pick up the deck and turn it over? Time to move on. You're moving on from something because this confirms what it is that I was talking to you about. You're moving on to a new chapter. It could be literal. Maybe you're reading a book. Maybe this book is causing you to feel particularly emotional. You're moving on to the next chapter, someplace in your life, Leo. Something that you've been working on for the longest. It could even be self. But I think this is within career. And I think that something really positive is going to come out of this. You are detached this week. People see you as somebody that is just drained. We did say your body language says so much. You might be getting a lot of messages in your inbox. What does Spirit want you to release this week? Feeling left out, feeling left behind. This is what someone's inner child is dealing with. Or this is something that a child is dealing with. Random side note, does somebody need to get a mammogram? It's either a mammogram or someone is getting some sort of pelvic exam. You need a lot of chicken this week. Anyway, what are we talking about? Your spirit guides are saying they want you to feel centered. Because I talked to you at the top of the reading, it just feels like something has you feeling scattered. They want you to feel peaceful, or at least feeling vulnerable. I think you do feel vulnerable. Well, it's interesting. You got a card that said awaken your vulnerability. Maybe you are a brick wall. Your body language says a lot, yeah. So maybe you feel, you want to feel bulletproof, like nothing bothers you. Because there's a card that says, I pretend that I don't care. Maybe you're playing pretend with maybe something that somebody is saying. I don't know. But somebody is in this situation. Maybe you wish that somebody would be more vulnerable. Maybe. Like this is somebody important in your life. What does Leo need to release? Being defensive. This could be somebody being defensive toward you or you towards someone. Someone wants to feel acknowledged, yet they feel ignored. I think it's your inner child. I just have a hunch. Spirit guides, anything else for the Leo Nation for the next 7 days? Your spirit guides bring it out again. Comes flying right back out. Your bright energy. I think this is the reason for the weirdness in the background of your reading. This is the reason that people's lips are moving about you. There's just something about you, Leo or Crosswatcher. Something about your success or possibly some sort of upcoming success. People have a lot to say. People are tuning in. It might be something about something that you're, like I said, some sort of success that you're experiencing, because it looks like you're working hard for something. Oh, that's why. Spirit says stick with it. Whatever this is, Leo, that you're working towards, that you're striving for, it might be the distractions and the gossip and whatever this happens to be that has you feeling like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard. Or I'm up against way too much adversity. Your spirit guides give you a confirmation today to say stick with it. You're going to achieve what it is, what your end goal happens to be, Leo or Crosswatcher. With that, Leo Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you feel that this reading was helpful, help me out by giving this reading a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. Thank you, Leo Nation and Crosswatchers, for tuning in.